Alrighty, and so we begin the For Honor
For honor.
trial. F-O-R-E. Like four.
Today, Evan and Meathouse meet in trial by combat within Golf with your friends. Meathouse has used his power in the Discord to purely troll Evan, and Evan has had enough. I have Evan here on my computer. He doesn't even have headphones, so he can't even hear what anyone is saying.
I can hear it a little.
Alright. Not a strong start for me.
Don't worry, Evan did
Looking
worse.
at basically sixes across the board.
This Evan is playing slow, but he's playing smart.
Indeed. It looks like he might sink it in four here.
That's in
And he
4.
does. Meathouse still has not crossed the bridge at 4 strokes.
Spectate Meathouse.
Oh, he got wheeled.
Got wheeled off into the...
That's not a mistake he'll make twice.
It's a doom.
Or it's one he'll make many times, repetitively. We're here to find
Over
out.
and over again if he gets...
Fucking
Fine.
sound like an asshole in sports announcer.
Excuse me.
I'm very certain he can hear you. The microphone is like
At
literally
the end of
right
this
there.
hole, we're seeing a 3-stroke advantage.
Seems like a fairly simple hole. There's some planks crossing on the side there if you want to try to go for a shortcut. Straight
Wannabe.
across.
Oh,
Seems Evan may actually be going for it. He's not
Maybe
really
he
set
is
himself up with a good angle, but he might just try to plow it out.
Fuck it, boys.
Oh, he fuck it, Boyd. And it was highly effective for him. He looks to be finishing this hole 3. Yeah, that's going to be a
Meathouse
3-stroke.
going for his
Meathouse
4.
going in on a 4. You are winning.
Haha, fuck it, Robert.
Evan's choosing the left path, along with Meathouse. Both of them very similar thinking patterns and very similar shots. Both
Probably should
lined
not
up
have gone
for a 2-stroke.
and they'll
look at
sink
that.
it.
Twin birdies.
It looks like Meathouse might sink it in 5 here.
Far too much power from Evan again. Evan's heading in. He went off map. He's on his 3rd
Right in the
stroke.
cup in 5.
Evan is really struggling on this course. This might be Meathouse's chance to take the advantage.
This is bullshit.
Gino seems to be struggling
Tough
just
hill
the
here.
same. Evan with just enough power to not make it.
Fuck
Oh,
this game.
Evan struggling to understand the concept of the power required. Oh, he's going full beans. He already learned. Oh, he almost made it. He had
He
already
nearly
learned that
bounced
wouldn't
off
work.
of that
This is
bump.
definitely going to be enough for Meathouse to take a strong lead. If Evan can get a good enough angle on this corner, he can sink it in and only one more. And he had too much power on the turn.
Unfortunate. And with that, Meathouse is going
Meathouse
to take...
is tied it. Oh,
one
he's
stroke
taking
advantage.
a 1-stroke lead. Brody is actually tied with Meathouse. He's looking to sink it in 3.
Oh. Tough break for me.
Evan hit it in 3.
I
Meathouse
hit it
hitting
in
it in 4. That ties the scores, 38-38. Evan really just not figuring out this hole. It seems like he struggles when the sinker doesn't have a pit around it to help you. See if he gets the angle. He figures out the angle, lands a double bogey, puts himself behind 1 more point, 1 more stroke.
4 strokes behind for those keeping track at home.
Let's see. We're coming into late game. Hole 14 here. Seems we have some sinking platforms. Dump your ball right in the water. Here we go. He's taking the low road. Coming up to those platforms. This is going to be all about timing here. If his ball doesn't gently slide off the edge. You can see the flag on the other end. He's giving it a lot of fucking power, and he's ready for it to happen. The platforms are coming, and he launches himself slightly too soon, but it's enough to get himself on the other side. And in he goes for the hole. It's a 4-stroke. We'll see how much better Meathouse did. He is
Meathouse
falling
is sitting
behind,
at 4
struggling.
strokes currently.
This
That
is-
means Evan is make up at least 1 stroke here.
Meathouse is waiting for the timing. Seems to be really thinking about it. He's opted for the angled platform, and he just didn't put enough power into
You have
it.
to think what's going through Meathouse's head here. Could he be thinking, should I go for the left platforms? It would waste a stroke, however, it is a much cleaner shot.
Meathouse powers it through, but gets rejected right at the goal line.
Meathouse is looking to sink it in 4 here.
Evan's coming in, but he's coming in weak.
That's going to be a
He's thinking.
sunken 4 for Meathouse.
Evan coming in. He's on his 3rd stroke. Too much power. It's going to take him off the edge.
That might be a blessing in disguise, as that angle coming off that power shot may have been a little bit too dirty.
Here we go. Evan taking it in 5. If he...
That's going to be a 1-stroke advantage to Meathouse.
But
Nail biter, boys.
Evan is only 1 behind heading into the 16th hole. Taking a second to look at this course. Really, all sorts of slides and mechanics everywhere. Meathouse just diving straight ahead and up and back under the course. If you miss that shot, it's going to send you under. Evan angling slightly left and just enough power to get on top. He's really set himself up in an optimal position to hit this hole. He's questioning now how much power. He's put in quite a bit. Was it too much? It definitely was. Sailing him right over the hole. Meathouse down below, struggling to overcome the ramp.
Meathouse
Evan
is
putting
looking at his
himself in a
4th
similar
stroke here,
position.
and he sinks it. Sinks it in 4.
Can Evan return and sink it in 4 as well? No way he can get ahead on this hole, but he could at least match. He does. We're looking at 70-71. Only 1 stroke difference. Heading into hole 17. There's no way he can make up in 1 more stroke. He could try
This
ballsing
might just
it,
be
but
the hole where Meathouse puts it away for good.
he's thinking about Max beating it. It's not gonna. It's not gonna fucking work, dude.
I wanted it so bad.
Evan coming in on his 5th stroke here. Really just not looking pretty for the last hole. And he put so much power into it for no reason. Going into his 6th stroke here. It looks Meathouse
It
has
is
the
a
lead.
sunk hole. So normally these are easy shots from any distance.
And everything it stands for.
And he's behind by 4. It means Meathouse really has to mess up this final hole. Evan giving himself a setup shot, putting himself on the 5th stroke. This is the exact type of hole Evan needed. If he can get just enough power, just enough, he can he can do it. Oh, and Meathouse lands it! That looks like that's going to be game. How many strokes did Meathouse do it in? Oh, and Evan
7
lands it
strokes.
on a 2nd try. Let's see the final results. We're looking at
Gino, just give
85 from
yourself
Evan and 80 from Meathouse.
God,
Meathouse
that
wins by
Kraken.
5 strokes.
Blocked me.
Previous knowledge.
I couldn't do anything at
He's
that
never
last
played this
hole.
map before.
I still claim previous game mechanic knowledge.
We can give it a best 2 out of 3 here.
I would be amenable to that.
Here we
Into
are,
the
loading into Ancient, the 2nd match of our 2 of 3. This is a pretty difficult hole
Ugh.
to begin with. The top
Wait.
of a hill, a slightly sunk hole at the top. A perfect shot could make this a hole-in-one. Evan lines up, he really thinks about it, and he fires the perfect shot! Hole-in-one in the very first hole. Evan gives himself a
That's a strong
commanding
start
lead.
from Evan.
As Robert misses it too. Gino hits his shot as well. We're now waiting on Meathouse. Can he make this shot? He's put himself in a weird angle, in a weird position, and just perfect power.
Okay.
Lands it in. 4 strokes. It's a 1-4 stroke. And here comes Evan, sinking it in 2 as well, hitting the birdie. Let's see if Meathouse has landed it yet. No, he's still out there.
Brody.
Oh, Meathouse.
Meathouse landing up by the boulder, putting himself in an awful position to continue. And he seems he's not
With
going to
no
be able to
jumps,
get a
he's
hit.
gonna have to make his way back
He's
down.
going to have to go down and then back up. That is a brutal lesson to learn.
You know what they say. Golf
And he
giveth, and
fires
golf
himself
taketh
off.
away.
Evan is looking happy here in the 2nd game. Only the 3rd hole. So Meathouse, once again, he gets himself in just the worst position to land on that hole. But it seems like he gets himself out of it and brings it in.
Once again, it is
to
a
land
sunk
it
hole.
in 7. Changing that commanding lead all the way up to a 9-point lead.
We have a guest commentator coming in. Boston, what do you think of the competition thus far?
All right. Looks like we got a nice game going here for whatever reason.
Remember, Boston, for those of us just joining now, this is a
Oh, yeah.
competition between Meathouse and Evan playing on my computer.
Playing under Just Impervious.
And Gino and Brody's shot counts are completely irrelevant.
So, okay. All right. Interesting. Okay, Gino with the really
Ball.
terrible thing. I don't even know what he's doing over here.
My ball.
For whatever reason, his ball is in the water, like an idiot.
Don't spec. Don't.
Stroke 3. I can't see anybody else, Gino. You need to rev up your game so I can see
It
Evans.
looks like Meathouse has sunk his putt. Evan is going for 4 here.
Evan
Ooh.
almost uses the bounce on the water, but just fails. He's going into his 6th stroke. He's letting himself bounce out. Only a minute
Ooh,
left to play.
bouncing into
He's going
Gino.
max beans, and he nails it straight into the hole from above. Nothing but net.
You know what they say? Kobe could not have done it better.
Evan,
can feel the
Evan,
bitter
look at
tension.
that. Beautiful. Oh, too
Beautiful
many
shot that
beans.
sends
Too
him
many
right off the map.
beans.
Robert
Great idea,
sliding
but too
into
much
those
power.
DMs, almost clutching in with a 4-stroke.
Evan going for a very interesting strategy here. Debating on how much power.
trying to jump the map.
Jumping the map and sliding off the
Face
back.
him. He slides
This
into
is
the
what
5th
Meathouse
stroke.
wants to see. This is all Meathouse has ever wanted. He's watching Evan
Meathouse
stroke
is at
after
full
stroke,
mast right now.
throwing the game away. This
Just
is,
for the memes.
this
Just
is
for the memes.
similar
He's
to last
asking for it.
game.
After
Evan
a
took
near
a
perfect
commanding
start.
lead. A near perfect start. Really just throwing it away on this hole.
There we go.
Coming in with 8 strokes versus Meathouse's 4. That's another 4 gain. 2 holes in a row. This is what
That is a
Meathouse wanted.
50% gain on Meathouse. We only have 4-stroke difference now. Evan is throwing away his lead. Let's see if Robert can bring it back.
You know what they say? It's never over until you hit the 18th. Meathouse is bringing it back 1 stroke at a time. And here comes Gene bringing up the rear.
But is he
With-
gaining fast enough going into the 12th hole now?
Into the 12th hole,
Going
only
into-
4 strokes away. Let us not
There's
forget
more than
that
enough
2
time.
rounds in a row, Meathouse got 4-stroke victories. I think this is definitely in the bag still, Brody. We can definitely bring it back.
Evan launching it straight up
Evan
the middle.
can't-
A beautiful shot. Meathouse launching it even better, though.
Evan can't even let up for even a moment because this is the best golf I've
Evan-
seen all year, gentlemen.
Evan taking 1 lump at a time here. Meathouse just skipping straight through it. Evan
Boing.
lining himself up with Meathouse. The two of them approaching the hole. It seems Meathouse is going to slide it on in. Can Evan hit the same result? Seems he is. That's a 5-stroke versus Meathouse's 4-stroke. Meathouse claws another point, making it only a 3-stroke difference. Hole
And we've got
16.
a
We're coming up to the
7-point
end.
difference at hole 16. It looks like we're going to a 3rd match here, ladies and gentlemen.
Does look like a 3rd match is in the books, but you never know when one player
Boston,
will
I should
choke it
remind
the whole
you,
game.
it's not over until it's over.
It's not
It's
over
not over
until
till
the
hole
18th hole. 9
Hole
strokes?
18. This is the decider. 9-stroke lead to bring it back, close it out, and ultimately determine his dominance in the Discord server. Meathouse has a lot on the line.
Here we go. Evan bringing it onto the green at his 10th stroke. It looks like this game is going to be landed in Evan's hands. But he overshoots
Line
it!
and
This game.
He overshoots it again! This might be 12! Oh my god! Evan really thinking about this shot. And he chokes it!
Jumps on the beat!
He chokes it! Out of strokes! But he beats Meathouse still.
So are we saying Forest for the
We're
tiebreaker?
heading to level 1, the original level in this game, Forest. Meathouse has
Off
played
considered
this
the
level
most
before.
balanced level in the entire game.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Will they read how large that
Oh.
gap is? 2 players go in, but Meathouse makes the hole in 1.
No, hole in 2.
A hole in 2. Evan makes the hole in 1 though, putting Meathouse at a disadvantage. The hole in 2. Once again, we're looking at a 1-stroke difference. Both Meathouse and Project with a powerful start. Evan glitching through the map. This is not what Evan wanted. The game fucked up for him. Evan glitched straight through the map. Oh, and he somehow glitches. Oh god, that was a perfect angle. My god. Going for his 3rd stroke though. This isn't looking good for Evan. He lands it in his
Evan's
3.
missing.
All
landing.
players hitting the 3 though. This is exactly what Evan wanted. To see no
Dude.
distance lost. Now there are 3 panels here. Does Meathouse remember which is the right one? Evan watching Project to find out the right one. Watching...
Boing, boing. Oh, boing. Yeet, yeet.
Brody and I learned how to hole in one at every level on Classic.
I feel like
For every hole on
Meathouse
Classic.
may have known
We all
that
did
the
the
answer
same
for
way.
that
Anyway,
was full power.
Everything we did it with basically every level.
Evan did not know. Evan did not go full power. Evan has never played this course before. That gives Meathouse a distinct advantage,
Distinct advantage.
knowing that the answer to that was full power. Evan is going to lose a lot of points here because of Meathouse's
wow, that's
prior
super even.
knowledge.
I would like to point out that I agreed to a 2 out of 3.
It's going to be near impossible in 2 or in 3 holes for Evan to catch up. But Meathouse might mess it up. He might throw it like this right now, that first shot, returning him back home. Will Evan repeat or will Evan perform better? Meathouse missing his second shot now. Does Evan do any better? It seems he does, heading him down next to the hole. Evan has potential to do this in 2. He puts a little too much
That's
power.
a clean shot. It
The
might
game
come
is gonna
back.
forgive him and give him the hole in 2. Meathouse coming
That
in
is a
on his fourth
legitimate
stroke.
strategy on this hole.
And being hated with it. The game gods are just striking out at Meathouse. This is exactly everything Evan ever wanted to see. And again, Meathouse just thrown back to the beginning. 5 times in a row. Evan's happy over here. You can see him smiling, thinking about what's coming up on the next hole. Meathouse making it towards the end. This is all Evan ever wanted.
Minimum 5-stroke gain for Evan.
Meathouse missing
Oh,
the shot towards the hole. Evan's gonna
minimum
need...
6-stroke gain. 7-stroke.
Meathouse thinking of just taking
Meathouse
a setup
Meathouse
shot.
not
continuing
able
to
to
slam
much
his
of a
head
setup
against the brick
shot.
wall.
Meathouse almost max stroking this, but he finally gets it in the end.
That's going to be a tie game, folks.
That puts Evan 2 ahead of Meathouse.
2 ahead.
Okay,
2
these
ahead!
platforms pull way more than you'll ever expect. They're very powerful. We just watch in silent anticipation as our players take their
Meathouse
shots.
giving just a little bit too much.
And Evan getting caught in the vicious cycle that is these platforms. He's gonna need just enough to get over the platform.
Spectator 3 unaware that if given full beans, the moving platforms do not actually do anything for you. They just kind of move your trajectory very slightly.
Oh, Evan gonna fight the moving platform directly here, and he loses. This is what Meathouse wants to see now. This is a very difficult hole.
Meathouse did finish this hole in 3 strokes.
Evan hitting his 5th stroke. He just doesn't know what to do with these platforms.
Bringing
He keeps
it back
going
to a
straight
tied
fire
game.
shots. And the straight what? He
let
just
go.
he flicked. Evan just his Rainbow Six skills came out and he flicked the ball and just launched it way further than he intended.
One would assume that he would have taken a setup shot by now.
One would have assumed. Seems he finally figured it out. These camera's so zoomed in, he can't really judge the power right because the camera was just too zoomed in for him. Evan hitting this
can
in
scroll the
10
wheel out.
strokes. 10 strokes! Giving Meathouse his commanding lead going into the 18th.
Meathouse is caught in log hell.
Evan can't even get out of the starting area. And that's game, I believe. There's no way Evan can catch up at this point.
Unless he comes to my house and kills me in the next 56 seconds.
Evan finally bringing it in. He's on his 12th stroke. If he misses this, he's going to get a 2 penalty. But he hits it. And that's going to end the game. Meathouse at 62, Evan at 74. Meathouse wins the challenge.